Hola, buenos días, es Nico.
Bad. It was never giving that, baby. You see my
So today we're gonna be talking about gay gatekeeping and classism within gay pornography. Basically, Rocco Steele, I believe that's his name, how do I put this? The white gay porn star with like the third baby arm, that was his big appeal. Like, he was burly and muscular with tats, and he had a huge dick, like a beer can, if you will. This video will not be monetized, like any of my videos are monetizable. But yeah, so that's him. He created a big name, like he said. He's been in directing, he's been in scenes, he's been in internet shows, he has dildos, product lines, and essentially, he's upset because he said, a guy with no name that doesn't show his face can appear one day and get just as many followers as me. I think it's time to leave the business. And people were dragging him because, oh, you're gatekeeping the porn field and you're being classist, and I mean, he is, but at the same time, there's validity in his concerns and wanting to leave the industry. So if we're gonna look into the industry in itself, it's not an industry with longevity. Gay porn is very youth-oriented, physique-oriented, or you have to be a daddy archetype. Like, you have to fit a niche if you want longevity, or else they're just gonna take you and spit you out. That's why you see so many like big names like Simon Santana, I forget his name. He was big, then he vanished. The one that did that scene with Austin Wilde that can like suck his own, yeah, that one. I don't know. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but I think I tweeted about him at one point. He's gone. You know, Tyga Tyson, he left. It's all about, you get what you want from the industry and then you get out, because it's not something that you can sustain unless you move on to higher management, like Rocco Steele said, like directing and shit like that. Like, you make your own company. But in the digital age, it's kind of making traditional porn outdated. As in, like he said, a freak Twitter account can pop up, show nothing but their dick and maybe some abs, put out some videos, and they'll have just as many followers as him in like a week, if they're good and can market themselves. It's really simple. All you really have to do is collab with big names and you're gonna make a big following. That's why people with big followings usually make OnlyFans, because you instantly get the gratification if you have an active follower base. I'm still not making one. Before any of your numbers, click, 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 click. Nico, where's your, I'm still not making one. I made a promise to myself. If I have no man and no corporate job by 26, bitch, I'll bust it wide open on OnlyFans for you people. Hold me to that. If I'm single and I don't have a good job, the reason I say a good job is because it can still be looked down upon in corporate America. That could still be looked down upon. So that's why I haven't really rushed to make one, because I'm like, I still have avenues that I could possibly do, but at the same time, that locks some career options. And it's not good for us to lie about it, because though we are destigmatizing sex work, it still does have a stigma to it. So we have to acknowledge that before we jump into these careers. But yeah, so he's upset that someone can just make instant money, be big as him, without doing nearly half of the work, and he feels like it's just invalidated his work. And it did. I mean, it's the truth, you know? Somebody can pop up and become bigger than him just by collaborating with other names in like LA. It's really not difficult to become a big OnlyFans star as long as you're collaborating with other big names. So yes, I do agree that it is classist of him to try to lock that door and be like, most of you people don't deserve this recognition, most of you people don't deserve this place. But if you look at it from his point of view, where I've had to bust my ass and hole for like 10 years and you guys are just right past me. I mean, it's very interesting what the digital age is doing to society, especially like the media outlets. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I honestly, I'm gonna be that one that says, I really don't know why they can be classist, as only in the gay community we make our porn stars our celebrities. Have you noticed that? Like, in the heterosexual community, there's no porn star that is like a true celebrity, you know what I mean? Like, they're not an A-list celebrity. Like, Hollywood would not acknowledge them in like a celebrity standpoint. Like, you don't see, let's say, a Beyonce hanging out with who is a female porn star? What's her? Jesse Jameson? I don't know these. I don't watch women. So it's like you don't see those kind of circles mixing. But in the gay world, all of our celebrities are normally porn stars. If you really look at it, unless they are famous drag queens, philanthropists, artists, singers, you know, majority of our celebrities are porn stars. If you ask any gay, let's say about a Bo Banks, about an Austin Wilde, about a Tyga Tyson, about a Castro, they're gonna know who you're talking about. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, because they're pushed into our forefront. It's interesting, right? But yeah, so I understand where he's coming from on I've had to work 10 years of my life and you guys are legit doing it overnight and I had to bust my ass for nothing. I think it's time I retire. I understand where he's coming from. You know, I'm gonna see it from his point of view. Like, I've had to work all this way. I've had to get through different avenues in the industry to solidify my name, and bitches can just make a Twitter and be as big as me the next day. The next day. I would be upset too. I'm not even gonna lie. I would be mad tight if somebody just outdid me in a day for something I worked like a fifth of my life for. I think he's 50. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. A fifth of my life for. I would be upset. So I understand his upsetness, but at the same time, I'm with the original tweeter who said this is very classist and gatekeeping, because it is in a way saying, you guys don't deserve to be here. This isn't your right. You know, you're only doing OnlyFans. I'm in the actual industry. If we're being honest, the industry is about to collapse. So OnlyFans has, I think it was the final nail in the coffin for the legitimate porn industry, because with porn sites like Pornhub, MyVidster, stuff like that, like YouTube, like porn sites, it's made porn not as profitable. Once where people can make like $1,000 per scene, they're getting offered like 400, maybe 300. It's like the value is going down. The actual video production, everyone's tired of like the standard cheesy porn set production. So it's like everything is moving closer towards personalized, monetized porn, such as OnlyFans. So it's like eventually it's going to collapse. And a lot of these big names that have established themselves in the industry are going to have to find different avenues, such as an OnlyFans, or going into legitimate different workplaces. It's sad to say, but that's not an industry where you can have longevity unless you move up the ranks to a director, to a boss. Essentially, you have to have your own line, your own products and stuff like that, because it's very youth-based. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. Leave a comment. Do you actually agree with him and think that OnlyFans content creators shouldn't be put on the same level as legitimate porn stars who have sowed their seeds in the industry and been in multiple scenes? Or do you think that they have the right to be just as high as them? You know, if their content is just as good, if they're making just as big numbers, they should be considered quote-unquote celebrities like them. Comment if you think it's weird that our community holds porn stars as our celebrities. Like, I understand, like, the gay community is very sex-driven, so maybe that's why we do it, but it's just, I don't understand it from the point of no one else does it. It's just us. But yeah, leave your comments.
And once again, a quick thank you to all my patrons on Patreon, and a quick shout out to my third eye tier patrons. Your support means everything to me and helps me do this a lot more smoothly. I will also be listing this week's live stream topic in case anybody wants to join in on the fun. I will see you guys there.